Some leftists in Finland here. How are you all doing? So, today is just a pointless nostalgia day. This is a video that I found while digging through an old hard drive. I've had this old hard drive since like 2010. And I was going through it and I found this and I was surprised that I still had it because I still have so very few of the 1,000+ videos that I made on this Undertaker Freak channel so long ago. This, I think, was... I don't specify anywhere in the video, but I think it was my 30,000 subscriber special. Because I don't think I did anything like this for the 40,000 special, which is right around where I stopped. I think it was like 44,000, but I don't really care. I asked my subscribers to pick a clip of theirs that they enjoyed the most, and I would put them all together in this really long video. I wanted so much more for this video, and I delayed it, and I delayed it. But around this time, 2013, is when my anxiety really started to creep up on me, and my output went down. I think I was working a really shit job too at this time, so I couldn't really find the time to put it together, and I kept putting it off, but here it is in all of its glory. I'm gonna go through it, I'm gonna play each clip, and then I will talk about it. If it doesn't really warrant any words, then I'll just skip right through it. So let us begin. The Undertaker Freaks. Probably the first time I'd ever referred to my subscribers as that. These are the clips you chose as your favorites out of the 3 years of existence of my channel. Yeah, I started my channel in 2006 though. I thank you all for your continued support through the good times and the bad. Without you all, my life would be a lot bleaker of a place, trust me. Yeah, I used to be about this life. I used to make fake EAS or mock-ups of emergency alert things, and this was a tornado emergency for wherever I was living in, I think Grand Prairie, Texas. I just made this up with Windows Movie Maker. I shit you not. Not that it looks all that great, but there was and still is a community dedicated to making mock-ups like this, and I am a meteorology nerd, so, you know.
At age 15, I shit my pants.
Okay, alright. A lot to unpack here, maybe. This was the bedroom at my ex's house. That is a jersey I no longer have, which sucks because it was one of my favorites, Nick Lidstrom jersey, but, you know. There's a fish up here that I had. Only survived about a year. It was a betta. No real good memories from this time in my life.
What else has happened? Oh yeah, this hat was one of my gifts. It's very awesome, and for all the Mario fans out there, and for the ones that don't recognize it, it's a Goomba.
By the way, this and the previous clip is from 2010. I was 19 years old. I think here I had turned 20. That original Goomba, fun fact, is in possession of the Archfiend. I gave it to him as a gift. Just kidding, he beat me up and took it. This one is one that I bought sometime after that, because I lost this one originally, and then I found it. So I found myself with 2 Goomba hats. I'm like, well, I'm about to go to Philadelphia, so I may as well give it to Arch, and I did, and he has it somewhere. In fact, he even wore it in one of his videos, or no, a live stream. Yeah, maybe a video.
So, Batman, I'm gonna kill you now.
You should know what you're putting in your body, but they didn't want it. And we don't have them anywhere. You know why? Because the American consumer doesn't give a shit as long as what they're shoving in their mouth tastes good. I'm not saying I never eat shit burgers from McDonald's or Burger King. I do from time to time. But the difference is I know they're bad for me. And if I do happen to get morbidly obese one day, I'm not going to come back and blame them. I'll blame myself for being a lazy fat slob.
Ooh, that did not age well. Even for 2012 when I made that video. Didn't even age well in 2012. that was a video entitled "The Problem with Obesity is You, Not Fast Food." There is a sterling example of me talking about something I just did not understand. It resonated with some people, I guess, but other than that, I find no positives in that video because I
kicked him, I took his shirt off, wiped it on my ass, and then I put it on. Because...
All right, so that video, that stupid video was one that I did in response to this website, Total Frat Move, featuring one of my videos on their website, which in turn ended up getting tens of thousands of views, which was cool, but some of the things that they were saying were not cool. Total Frat Move had a lot of college students as their viewership, or their reader base, or whatever the fuck that website was. And I made some kind of video about frats, and yeah, because I was living in a college town, and wouldn't you know it, I had a problem with frats, I guess. I don't really remember a whole lot about that, actually.
I no longer have a tripod because something really funny happened. I was recording a video in the kitchen the other day, and I kind of, it just kind of fell. The thing just fell over out of nowhere. It's like a ghost came by and went, actually I tripped over the fucking thing getting a glass of water and it broke, so.
So you can either
I did.
impress your friends with, turn dumb people away, or tell your mom, "Ha! I know a word you don't know, you bitch. You raised me for something."
2011. I am most definitely 19 years old here, and this was probably the very first John's Words of the Week video. It's where I would present 3 words. I guess what you would call SAT words, and I would give their definitions. And that series, above all of the series I did on that channel, that one got the most requests to return. Like, when are you going to make another Words of the Week episode? I just stopped doing it because it stopped interesting me, I suppose. This is still the bedroom at my ex's parents' house, and there's my PS Triple in the background. Now, there are some good memories on the PS Triple, at least. Don't have that shirt anymore.
Hey, Beavis, wasn't the world supposed to end or something? Yeah, me. I thought there was gonna be fire. Me. Right?
That was... Whenever I would do my Beavis and Butthead impressions on live shows, people would ask me to talk like Beavis so much, I'd wake up the next morning and my voice would just be fried. I still, to this day, will get the occasional message or comment about my Beavis and Butthead voices. I haven't done them in quite a while, except for that little that I just did, but I'm probably not that great at them anymore. But it was something that I was known for amongst my subscriber base.
Westboro Baptist Church versus a whole lot of pissed off Slayer fans. Good luck.
I think this was when Westboro Baptist Church said that they were going to protest Jeff Hanneman of Slayer, his funeral. And a bunch of metalheads were really pissed off, and I considered myself a metalhead at the time. And it was a really low, that was basically the whole video there. It was like 30 seconds long, very, very low effort. And of course, Westboro Baptist Church would have protested a kid's lemonade stand. You know, that's just what they did. And really low effort.
WBC.
I'll tell you why. The Bible. It states homosexuality is immoral. Well, there's something about that. And it's not that.
I left that hoodie. That was one of my favorite hoodies. I left it on a train going from Flint, Michigan to Chicago, Illinois, of course. And I was so sad because that was one of my favorite hoodies. But I probably wouldn't wear it today. Probably wouldn't wear it today. And I don't remember what that video is. Probably about bigots or something.
I wish this was beer.
2010. This is 2010. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh, I remember this. Somebody liked this, I guess. Being overly dramatic for some reason or
I'll
another.
have to take 10 shits to get that stress off of my back.
This was one of my most popular videos. Had no idea it would take off the way that it did. It was called How to Play Drums Like Lars Ulrich of Metallica. It was just a piss take of Lars. You see the China symbol over there where my ride usually is. This kit I bought in 2011 for $150. And this is the kit that I quit drums on. And then 2 years later, I picked back up. Really cheap kit. This tom here would eventually just fall right off. The L arm would break. Crappy Sabian B8 cymbals. I had a really crappy pearl pedal, like the low end pearl pedal. But you know what? It was my kit, and I liked playing it.
Tell me to run my Facebook and tell me what kind of pictures I can upload. I just hold up the hate train a little bit.
Kiss my ass. But just for the record,
Don't remember.
I love you.
Don't remember this either.
I really do.
Just kidding, I hate you.
You fucking morons, you're idiots, you're the scum of the earth. I was just street sweeper, would just come by and suck you all up and spew your guts into a big waste bin, and that waste bin would be ignited by Satan himself, and the ashes would be swallowed by Pamela Anderson's asshole. And then she'd fart those ashes. Ooh.
I'm not trying to be a moral crusader. Whether or not twerking in that kind of performance gets censored, it doesn't move me either way. I really don't give a shit. Keep it on TV, take it off TV. Kids are still going to be degenerated in some form of fashion by someone or another. Okay?
Going.
That's America.
going.
That's what happens. Shut up, god damn it. When you're plowing the backfields, so to speak, if you really want to make eye contact and bust this bitch's argument completely out of the water, you do this.
Okay, now I know that wasn't a very nice thing to call another woman, but this particular woman, I remember this video very vividly. I believe she was a candidate for some office in Mexico, and her reason for being against homosexuality was when homosexuals have sex, they can't look each other in the eyes, right? So that was her reason, and I thought, wow, of all of the reasons I've heard, none of them are good. There's no good reason to be homophobic, but that one just blew me away, and I've made a video about it. Oh, look, a bruise. I don't have that llama anymore. I got it at a church parking lot sale for $10 in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I don't know what I'm doing. It was a part of some video meant to be funny, I guess.
Edge is retiring due to a nagging injury that's been eating at him for the past 8 years, and that injury is as follows: a broken fucking neck that he had repaired 8 years ago with spinal fusion surgery.
A broken fucking neck. Wow. Oh, I don't watch WWE anymore. It's crap, it's garbage, it's poop. But I was, and still am, a really big fan of Edge. His retirement was really sad. But, you know, the dude broke his neck in like 2004. He only had so much time.
So that right there is a testament to how fake professional wrestling can be.
This time, the butt was not huge. It was my scrawny butt letting out a 25 to 30 second rip-roaring chainsaw farts. The fart that vibrated the entire theater. And to my surprise, only one person took objection to it because I felt a tap on my shoulder. And when I turned around, it wasn't an old man telling me that he found objection with that fart and, trying to tell me that it was so rude and there were kids around. I turned around to hear this person ask, "Hey, can I hear that new dubstep track on your phone again? That was amazing. I haven't heard that one before."
I hated dubstep, and I
I mean,
still
I've
do.
just been so wrong.
But I don't hate it enough to make a video about it. I'm not that ranty anymore. But yeah, that was a video about how much I really hated dubstep.
The lyrics, oh my God, the lyrics of the music are so profound and they're so poignant that, no, those are not insults. Profound and poignant are good.
This was a video that I did as a fake apology to offended juggalos who didn't like my anti-ICP rants. That's how a lot of those fake apologies went, such as my apology to Onision, my apology to Repsion, my apology to... there are a lot of other people on there. I think Ray William Johnson. And it would just, it was inspired by the Archfiend, of course. I would talk about the thing that I was supposedly apologizing for and really build people up, and then at the very end go, I'm just kidding. I'm not sorry. You're just... And, I wasn't sorry. You're just being a little bit too sensitive towards opinions regarding your favorite YouTubers. So.
If you're a woman, you do this shit. If you're a guy, depending on your preferences, you do this shit.
Why didn't I say the same thing about women? Like, not every woman does that. I don't remember, and I'm kind of happy that I don't remember this video, but it was definitely 2010 based on my hair, based on the setting. The black was still washing out of my hair. I dyed my hair jet black in 2009, early 2009, and it was still coming out. I don't even remember.
Oh, don't you wash? God.
Shut the fuck up, you bitch. What the hell has Butte has done to a fucking retard idiot like you, Undertaker freak? You fucking bitch. Get a life by sucking your dad's dick. If he has one, you son of a bitch. Shifty eye.
Shifty eyes? Yeah, so these were videos... And I'm explaining these for people who don't remember any of this stuff and who still may be watching at this point. These were videos I did. I took all of the fanboy, what I called, and the Archfiend called, another thing I kind of borrowed from him, fanboy comments, and I put them together and I would read them in goofy voices, and people really did enjoy those videos. I enjoyed making them. But I don't think it's anything I would do anymore.
Maybe a bit too idealistic of you to think everybody should have so much talent when it comes to graphic design, especially when some of the better channels, unlike you, actually focus on their content. Making decent videos, something you haven't done in, well, ever.
That was a video about iJustine. Back in 2012, YouTube switched up their layout and a lot of people really hated it. And iJustine was seen making comments towards people who didn't like the layout, saying, well, if you were all better at graphic design, maybe YouTube wouldn't have had to do this. Like, iJustine was one of the biggest shills for YouTube, Apple, just a gigantic corporate shill. And I don't know if she still is because I don't pay attention to her, but she was basically saying that this suits me because I'm so great at graphic design and none of you are good at it, so stop complaining and go to graphic design school or something. It was just one of a billion arrogant statements out of her mouth, and, Oh, that Red Dead Redemption poster.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
That was the beginning of the apology to Juggalos video. I was simulating that I was being coerced into making the apology, and that was the Juggalo off screen throwing me into the wall.
Have a good godless day, folks.
This guy right here, he and I, we are,
Listen, we don't need to go into details.
Okay. Ooh, there's a story here. So, as many of you probably know, that is the Archfiend. This is the first time that I met up with him IRL. And we already knew before I showed up in Philadelphia that we were going to make a video together. And we did not plan all that much. He had this idea that we'd go to a parking garage and that, you know, he told I think that was his girlfriend at the time, who is now his wife, told her that he was going to bowling, and instead she found out that he was cheating on her with me. It's an old joke, a running joke from a long time ago. It's probably started at the end of like 2010, early 2011, that the Archfiend and myself, we had a thing, and we just embraced it. We're like, cool, we didn't care if people called us gay or whatever. It's just something we embraced, and we would, yeah, and we still do to this day sometimes, and we find ourselves in the same public space on the internet. But this was one of my favorite videos to make, hands down, ever. I loved it. And it's still on Archfiend's channel.
Oh my gosh!
Help doesn't apply to hobbies? Let's say one of your hobbies is making sculptures out of cow shit, and you need something to hold it together. Well, if you only have 2 hands and you need more than 2 hands to hold that cow shit sculpture together, you need help, right? You have failed again. Get that shit out of here. Get that shit out of here.
Oh,
Get
my
that shit
catchphrase.
out of here. That shit out of here. Get that shit out of here. Get that shit out of here. Get that shit out of here. And get that shit out of here too. Oh, get that shit out of here.
No, but it's not Facebook. It's because, well, I could be more creative on here. I could be more creative.
Get that shit out of here. Get that shit out of here.
Yes, you have seen something historic here. You have seen an instance in which somebody on YouTube can actually generalize an entire group of people with evidence as idiots.
Was I talking about Shane Dawson fans? I don't know. But looking back at some videos like this, I can totally tell why some people, even people who may have hated the exact same thing that I was talking about hating, saw me as arrogant, the way that I would come across with my opinions. I mean, I was pigeonholed as a ranter, so I ranted. And that's... But I can definitely see, yeah, for sure.
Is there confetti or shit for this?
Oh, there's Zama.
Oh, Mel. What?
Oh, I miss Zama. She was a good dog. One of the best.
What was that doing to my ass?
I do believe that this was from a part of a video where I was making... It had something to do with soccer, or football, excuse me. It had something to do with that. And this guy known as Ranting Ramsey... wow, that's about all I can really remember.
Can't you just pause the game?
Can't you just pause the game? Can't you just pause the game? Oh.
Good stuff.
They corral you up like the sheep that they think you are, the sheep like that they treat you like. They put you in a big gymnasium or an auditorium, and the principal comes up, grabs a microphone, and basically tells them, in a nutshell, how they're going to keep you down as individuals for the next 180 days.
This was a video entitled Back to School, the 10 Things I Hated the Most. The only other thing I have to say is I don't know what I was doing with this facial hair here. It just kind of looks like pubic hair. Very fine pubic hair, just kind of dangling there off my chin. I don't know what I was thinking. I just don't. And
Who's
there it
the
is
old
again.
guy? Anyway.
Who's the old guy? Mom? Who is this guy? I've never seen him before. Is he as good as Ray William Johnson? I bet Ray William Johnson can tell better jokes than him.
This was a video I made after Robin Williams, rest in peace, showed up in a Ray William Johnson video as one of the most disgusting things I had seen at the time. Today, I might see it and just go, whatever. But yeah, I guess it really got under my collar a little bit. Also, Aerosmith shirt. I don't even like Aerosmith anymore. And that was long before the sexual assault allegations against Tyler Perry. Stephen Perry, or whatever, what's his name? Steven Tyler. Oh my God, Steven Tyler. Yeah. Sorry to the other people who's isn't Steve Perry Journey? Anyway, yeah, I don't listen to them at all, but for some reason I had an Aerosmith shirt. I didn't really listen to him at all back then either.
Punch! The guy that you brought in, Donnie Steele, he's your new bassist. Do you think that Paul Gray would enjoy the fact that you're making him play backstage out of sight because this is your way of grieving? Who else has done that in the history of music? Who else has chosen that path to grieve?
So this was right around the time somebody from Slipknot died, and they brought in a bassist who had started the band with them, and they made him play backstage. And when asked about this, members of the band to the media actually said, "What gives him the right to be on stage with us? We're grieving. We're still grieving." What was it? Paul Gray? I don't remember exactly, but we're grieving. What gives this guy, this member of our band who helped found this band, if I remember correctly, what gives him the right to be out there with us? He'll just play in the back. I thought back then it was slimy and shitty. I think today it was shitty. And you know, I still don't get Slipknot. I don't. I know so many people who love Slipknot, and when I listen to them, I don't hear anything spectacular. And it doesn't help that over the years, Corey Taylor has revealed himself more and more to be a gigantic douchebag.
And this is another episode of Is It a Good Idea to Microwave This? Today we're going to microwave Riley's mother's dildo. Looks like a flashlight, but if you could...
burning effigies of them and punching the air at their images. I mean, there's no point in it at all. It's not going to get me anywhere.
Before I get to that article, let me show you all something you can still do.
That is the hard drive that I still have. This is that orange thing you see there is the very hard drive that I was alluding to.
Your PlayStation 3.
Still have it.
And I know many of you may know this, but wait a minute. Look at this. Oh, uh-oh. Look at this. You can still play video games.
Infamous.
Look at that. I can...
Right, so that video was made after the PlayStation Network went down. Somebody hacked the PlayStation Network and went down for a long, long time, and people were furious and said, "Oh, this is what you get when you have a free internet service." And yeah, I guess so, because later PlayStation would go on to make that a paid service, their online play. But those were some really, really, man, I just remember thinking, well, I can still play all the single-player games I love. I don't care. This isn't really that big of an inconvenience to me. Maybe the Call of Duty crowd? But thinking back on it, you know, I probably would be just upset on the basis that they allowed it to happen in the first place. But, you know, there's tribalism, Xbox versus PlayStation and Nintendo.
Contend that love is the most powerful emotion there is. Not just because of the palpability and the mushiness of it and all that crap, but because it has the power to make you do things you wouldn't otherwise do. It has the power to change you.
You're so much cooler when you never pull it out. Because you look so much cuter with something in your mouth.
This video was entitled Nickelback Sucks. And those were some of the genius lyrics from Chad Kroeger of Nickelback, and by genius I mean absolutely horrible. Yeah, really hated Nickelback. I still do, but would I make a video about it today? I don't know. I really don't think so, but this was 2010. And by the way, I didn't mention this, none of these videos are from later than, I think, June of 2013. This is the very beginning of 2011 here.
Yo, you're a little bitch. You carrot top hair is the color of my piss. Yo, I'm a real juggalo coming from the underground to your front door.
I remember this. I remember this. So a couple of things there. That poster in the background was really cool. I wish I still had it. Second thing is when Ronnie Radke said that he was going to kick my butt in that video that someone sent me that I talked about on my channel, he called that band Simple Plan, which shows just about how much he knows about music or being a decent human being. But yeah, Simple Plan. He mistook Chevelle for Simple Plan. I thought that was hilarious. That video was also a rap song that a Juggalo made against me. Like, they actually wrote a song just for me and said that your carrot top hair is the color of my piss. That was the greatest lyric of all the lyrics ever. Because he said my red hair was the color of his red piss, which is just, you know, so many questions. So many questions. So many ways for your mind to wander. Anyway. So, this is the one that the Archfiend chose as his favorite of all of my clips, and it was when we were doing this staged feud together. Basically, I would shave my eyebrows, and he would take credit for it, and he would tell me that I need to burn this stupid Red Wings jersey, him being a Philadelphia Flyers fan. And so I did, and it was a minor success, I believe, but I don't think anybody really believed that any of this stuff was happening, and that was kind of the point, but I don't remember it going over so well. But as for the jersey, I don't miss it. There was no sentimental value to it. So yeah, that happened.
So long, old friend.
Oh, I just thought of something really, really fucking funny. Okay, you are going to go in the middle of a busy shopping mall, wait till a lot of kids and women pushing baby carriages come by, and then you are going to come in and fake that you're sucking his dick. That's going to be really funny, right? Get that fucking shit out of here, you morons.
Okay, I had to finish that one out. Yeah, so there was this troupe of pranksters that would go into shopping malls and elsewhere and do really gross things. I think it was the Janoskians. Excuse me. I think it was the Janoskians, and one of the things that they did was they went into a shopping mall and they would go up to women and like get like really intimately close to them, and they would fake like they were jerking off. It was just horrible shit that only like 12-year-olds found entertaining. That is my very first nicotine vape. This is when I was trying to quit smoking, and I had succeeded because of that vape, but then I started smoking again. But now I don't smoke anymore.
Dude, no.
Ooh.
Just get the puck out of your zone, just like that. Whoa! How did he have?
Yeah. One of Detroit's goalies would give that up today.
Damn, you poor! Look how dirty your room is! Bend over and take in my big clown Fago covered juggalo dick! Oh
my god. I would get some really nasty comments from people, and I would just turn around and read them off in goofy voices, just for fun, and people seem to like it. But that right there, what I just read in the Principal McVicker, attempted Principal McVicker from Beavis and Butthead voice, was one just part and parcel of the Wild West that was my comment section back then, from all of the fan bases that I would antagonize. Yeah, I cannot deny that it was fun just to hear things like that, and yeah, it's a part of it was fun, but on the whole, as a whole, when I look back, and it's just like, don't even entertain shit like that. Like, these people are just none too bright, and you're giving them all the attention in the world.
Room is
But
bend
people
over
enjoyed it.
and take in my big.
So many other networks out there falling into this cesspool of reality-based crap.
I'm blinded.
History Channel, A&E Channel, Nat Geo, Animal Planet, The Weather Channel. The Weather Channel! Oh my fucking god!
This was me lamenting how American TV networks had basically just started producing reality-based content exclusively. Even the Weather Channel, yes. A meteorology nerd like myself who grew up watching the Weather Channel while everyone else was watching Barney. I still did watch Barney, though. I think my parents recorded it for me on the VCR. I just couldn't recognize the Weather Channel anymore, and I was like, well, this is the end of an era. And for some reason, I'm shirtless. I don't know why. Pasty white, but I don't mind.
So without any further ado, let's begin with Baby John. Oh, look at him. Isn't he so ugly? Oh my god, look at the fucking head on that thing. Look at what is he wearing? I mean, shouldn't this
Baby
kid... Oh wait,
clothes?
that's me. Why am I saying this? I don't dance.
That hat I bought at some aquarium in Philadelphia. That video was about the Harlem Shake, because the Harlem Shake was like the big dance craze back then, and that was my attempt, I guess. Listening to Blood on the Dance Floor. Because so many people ask me, what do you think of Blood on the Dance Floor? That is what I think about Blood on the Dance Floor. I don't remember any of their music, though. That was 2011. Dear Lars Ulrich, or Dear Metallica, please fire Lars Ulrich. That video got like 200,000 views.
These layouts here are complete and utter garbage. They are crap. They are caca. They are doo-doo. They are poo-poo. That was PewDiePie's channel. That was PewDiePie's content. And in fact, it's so much that I like to call him Poo-DiePie. I mean, that's obvious. I'm sure there's plenty of other people that call him that, but...
Oh, yeah, I was really fucking hilarious there. PewDiePie. Now, to this day, I do not like PewDiePie. Not simply because of the videos, but because of his politics. Pretty sure he's a neo-Nazi. He hasn't shown me anything to show that he's not. I'll just put it that way. But... yeah, he set the standard for what a lot of gaming videos have become today, which is just people yelling and screaming while they play video games. That video that you just saw there got a lot of views, and that sucks because I don't view that as my best material, not one single bit.
Something you all should know, other than that, which is very, very poignant in and of itself. Do you know that your life could be so much better without cigarettes? Do you know that your life could be so much better without alcohol? And I'm the kind of guy that would say, maybe my life could be better without these things, but I'd still have to deal with sanctimonious cunts like you, so I may as well be wasted while doing it.
Yeah, you know, edge. As much edge as I could throw in there without being seen as overly edgelordy, although some people saw me that way anyway. I don't smoke cigarettes, I don't drink. It's not a straight edge thing, it's just a... I don't like alcohol and cigarettes are disgusting thing. Yeah.
My very first YouTube war.
Nice hat.
It was like yesterday. I was walking out of the crib and I saw this bald-headed guy flexing his muscles and saying he's sexy and doing this. And then I went, fuck you!
So the person I'm talking about was a person on YouTube. I don't know if he still exists. McHenry Cruiser, who was the very first feud that I had on YouTube. I barely remember what it was about. I do, but it would take me a while to remember the full story. But that's basically what you have to know. And another thing you have to know is that fedora on my head was gifted by the editor of the website that I was writing for at the time. One of the websites I was writing for. And that's where I learned that internet journalism is a thankless and cruel slog that I did not want to make a career.
Why don't we go ahead and find out what shit will say? Oh.
More poop humor, of course. Oh. But I don't regret it.
Nobody wants to see that.
I don't remember the video.
And every child is cute, too. Do you get the memo? Every baby is fucking cute. Every kid is oh, isn't she adorable?
Just trying so hard to be Carlin, aren't I? It's like we've already heard this same kind of routine from so many other entertainers. Like, yeah, okay, you don't like kids and they're ugly. All right, move on. But I just had to have
You
my...
hear it all the time.
Yeah, I don't really care. I don't really care. I don't care about that either.
Hardcore. Get that shit out of here, Radke.
Oh.
Just as much sense as it made to this guy to lob a fucking microphone standing in the crowd. Oh, I'm so hardcore. Get that shit out of here, Radke.
Yes, so Ronnie Radke. I had a lot of his fans complain towards me because I dared to make a video saying that a grown man lobbing microphone stands into a crowd full of families with their children at Six Flags is probably not what adults should be doing. And this was also not long after he was arrested for domestic abuse. Yeah, I don't like Ronnie Radke. Not then, not now, not ever. I don't know what he's doing with his life these days. I do know that he saw one of my videos against him, and he said that this band up here, a band that has more talent in their pinky toes than he will ever have in his entire body, that is Chevelle, and he called them Simple Plan. He made fun of the root beer on my desk, and then he said that that's Simple Plan, because I guess drinking root beer is an unpardonable sin instead of what he prefers, hard liquor. And even if I did like Simple Plan, so what? They're still better than your garbage. Just had to get that out there. This was right before I cut my hair short. This was like a week. This was early June 2013. Yeah. And then my hair would be gone.
If you know somebody who is going through some kind of abuse,
Man. So young.
do
dumb.
all that you can to not only let them know that they're not alone, to let them know you're there for them and you're there to listen and you are there to hear them and hear their words and their wishes and concerns and thoughts.
So this was right after some judge had been accused of abusing his kids. I don't remember, but it was just a video about abusing children and stuff like that. And it's something that I went through as a kid, and that was one of the first videos, I think, where I was open about my personal life, and I didn't feel weird about sharing details of my personal life, and it just kind of stuck. Except for now. I wouldn't go talking about, you know, I don't think that that's a part of my life anymore. Some things, yes, but not exclusively everything like I did back in the day. Like, oh, I don't care, I'll talk about anything. Now it's like, I'll talk about almost everything, but not everything.
You want to know what gives me the red ass? You want to know what makes my ass 5 different
really
shades
like
of
that
red,
shirt.
4 shades of red, 3 different shades of red, 2 different shades of red,
The other
7
catchphrase.
different shades of red, 8 different shades of red, 9 different shades of red, 13 different shades of red, 11 different shades of red, a
11.
bunch of different shades of red. That, ladies and gentlemen, gives me the red ass. Okay, here's...
Yeah, so the whole red ass thing, fun fact for those of you who are still watching at this point and wonder where I got the whole red ass thing from, a movie called My Fellow Americans with Jack Lemmon and James Garner, who played presidents, former presidents who were on the run from assassins. It's a very, very funny movie. At least I thought so. And at one point, Jack Lemmon's character goes, "And you want to know what really gives me the red ass?" And James Garner's character goes, "The red ass?" Like, unbelieving. Like, he could not believe that somebody had put those two words together. So I stole it from My Fellow Americans. I think the rest of this video is just me thanking people for the support and all of that stuff. So I will just do that here. How much is left? About three, yeah, it's like 3 minutes of me saying thank you, basically. So I'll just say it here, again, from the bottom of my heart. If you're still here, whether you're a new subscriber or an old subscriber, it still is pretty cool to have you around, and I hope that I can entertain you going forward. That is my goal. That's not my primary goal, but it is one of my goals with this channel. I do not have an eye towards growth or any of that sort of stuff. This is just where I hang out, and this is where I vent, so I don't have to do it in my, real life, or at least try very hard not to. But, wow, it was quite cool to go back and see some of those things. Things that maybe some of the people who submitted these things to me, maybe they think that some of these clips now are either either they've aged poorly or they don't understand quite why they were such a fan of me. And hey, I would understand if you think that, but thanks for being here on this walk through memory lane. I guess this is an unofficial UTF Archive Dive. Yeah. Have a good day, folks. Take care of yourselves and take care of somebody else. If you can. But you should probably try, because what a world we live in.